Hello friends, I'm Jeremy here. Welcome to Cairn Creek. So we bought this property about a year and a half ago, and we do so many cool things out here. We have about 140 acres, mostly woods. We have some pastures too, but the content, the adventures we do out here are numerous, almost on a daily basis. We feel like there's a great opportunity here to make some interesting videos. Not everybody's going to like these videos, but generally speaking, I think a lot of people will. They'll see some of the stuff of property management, of what we do here, and we're always encountering new obstacles or projects that maybe we haven't even done before, that together we can learn more about them. And the reason here to start this now, we have 4 boys, Kim and I, and they're big into the cameras and the GoPros, the YouTubes we call it. So like I said, it might give us an opportunity here to work with them and be on the property, which is what we love to do, and make an interesting video. The property here, like I said, it's almost 140 acres. We're in southern Ohio, right on the western rim of the Appalachian Mountains. Just 20 minutes west of here, it's pretty much flat and windy. So like I said, we're right on the edge of those, not really mountains here, but hills. This property here ranges from 800 feet up to almost 1,300 feet in elevation difference. So not real crazy, but it does have some elevation to it. We've got a stream on the property. Like I said, the woods and about 20 acres of pastures that we have to tend to in the growing season. It's been 1 year ago that I bought a sawmill, and the sawmill has been very instrumental and helpful in the progress of the property. In the background, you can see this building we just built this summer. It's 95% of the wood is from that sawmill. The truss system is not, but the siding, the interior, post, it's all from that sawmill. It's from trees that we drug out of the property to the sawmill and built it. So it's kind of cool that coming up on this 1 year anniversary, that I wanted everybody to see kind of how we do this. So today's project, we're going to go in the woods. We're going to find a nice poplar tree. We're going to drop that tree. We're going to drag it out. We're going to show you how that tree gets to the ground, to the sawmill, and to usable lumber for a future project. And I'll go over that future project in a little bit. So having said all that, let's jump in the side-by-side. We're going to head up in the woods and find us a good tree. All right, man, that was some good work. We really feel good about the way the tree went down, getting it out of the woods here. Things went really, really good for us. I wanted to touch on a few things about the project we had today so far. One of the things is we're building a fence. My wife got some horses. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother subject, but she got some horses. Right now we kind of have some gates up. We have a barn started for them, but the poplar we cut down today is going to be for fence boards. So some people are going to say, well, why didn't you use something different besides poplar? I agree. I would much rather have used white oak for all the fencing. We'll probably do a 4-board fence, and we do have some white oak on the property, but it's just not as plentiful as the poplar. Some of the local suppliers in this area, they use poplar. Once treated correctly, it will last for what we need it to do for the fencing. Ash would also probably be a good fence board. We have some dead ash. The ash borer has got most of the trees around this area, but the ash are pretty much limited for what we can use for this fence project. I don't know exactly how many feet of fence we're going to do, but poplar, like I said, is plentiful here on the property. We've got a lot of it. It's good and straight. This particular area right here, we had 2 poplar trees growing next to each other. You can see the one here behind me. So I feel like taking this one down. It was about 30 inches on the base. It'll let the other one continue to grow. We have some cherries here in the direct proximity. It'll let those cherries take off a little more. And that's kind of what we'll do as we get more poplars. Most of the wood we cut for our sawmill is mostly dead stuff, but this one here, we took this poplar down. Like I said, it dropped perfect right where we wanted it to go. It had some vines, had some hang-ups on it. Luckily, we got those away from us, and it went good. I was able to get 3 16-foot logs. I think the third one's not real great, but I'm super excited to see how many boards we can get from this one poplar tree. As you could see there in the video, dragging those 3 logs out at once, that's key. We're probably about a half mile back in the woods, and it's great that we have that dozer that we can latch on to 3 logs, drag them out of the woods at once. It's a big time saver to be able to do that. We had 2 chokers, and I just used a chain on the third one. And then the ground being frozen, man, that's great too, because if it's really, really muddy, if it thaws out later in the day, that mud just sucks into that bark. Our sawmill does not have a debarker, so it's just like a chainsaw, the sawmill is. If you've got a bunch of dirt, sand, mud in the bark, your saw blade is going to dull a lot quicker. So with this frozen ground today, it was nice that we was able to drag the logs out without getting a whole bunch of mud on them. Now, I think we started today in the low 20s. I think that's perfect temperature to be out in the woods. So the equipment, not so much. That we had the skid loader plugged in. It started. The dozer had not been plugged in, but luckily it fired right up, and we was able to get it to get it back in here to use it. The future projects we got coming up here on the property. We've got to dig some ditches. We've got some driveway maintenance to do this winter while it's still cold and kind of nasty out. I've got some inside projects to do, and I think you guys will really think they're cool. I'd like to build some cabinets out of the wood that we process here on the property. Actually take a tree or a dead tree and take it to the sawmill and create some cabinets. I think that'll be really, really cool. I don't know exactly how well they're going to turn out, but since we're using them for ourselves at the mill shop down there, it's going to be perfect. It really will be perfect for us. Other future videos we'd like to do, maybe a pond. We've got a pond project to start on maybe when the weather breaks. We'll be doing lots more down around the horse barn area. With the horse barn needs soffit. We've got several days to finish the horse barn work. We've got some concrete projects to pour, the fencing. And just like I said, owning a piece of property, I won't call this large, but there's a lot to do. There's a lot of projects that I don't know I need to do this summer, and we're going to get into them. But it's fun work. It's really, really fun work. We enjoy doing it. It's I could be out here doing stuff all the time. Just splitting wood takes so much time, and but like I said, it's enjoyable. That's what we like to do. So in this video here today, we basically showed you how to take a tree, we drop it, drag it out of the woods, and we're getting it loaded up on the sawmill. That's going to wrap up this first video, and we'll have part 2. We'll get to the exciting part of actually making some usable lumber from this beautiful poplar tree. Once was standing tall and proud here in Southern Ohio, now it's going to get into be usable products here on the property. If you liked what you saw today, I hope you'll come back and watch the second one. In order for these videos to continue to be successful, I need you guys to like it and share it with your friends. Tell them all about it. Tell them what you saw. And don't be afraid to tell us what else you would like to see, or if you know, you may have a better way of doing something. I'd love to hear that too. Thank you.